Topic: Dental indices, definition and classification. So before we learn about what is a dental index, let's see what is an index. An index has been defined as a numerical value describing the relative status of a population on a graduated scale with definite upper and lower limits, which is designed to permit and facilitate comparison with other population classified by the same criteria and method. This definition was given by Rochelle, and in order to describe gingival and periodontal disease in large population, it is necessary to use a descriptive method that lend themselves to qualitative evaluation and electronic data processing. These are known as indices. So this is a very descriptive and a quantitative method of evaluation. Thus here we are giving a numerical value. It is a very objective way of evaluation which has been designed to permit and facilitate a comparison with the other population, which is also classified by the same criteria and method. Thus, dental indices play a very important role in describing a gingival or a periodontal or any condition or a disease in large population for qualitative evaluation. A prerequisite for any epidemiological investigation is the ability to quantify the occurrence and severity of the disease. So measurement is a process of assigning the value to characteristic according to a set of rules, and this is facilitated through indices. So by assigning a numerical value, you can actually quantify the disease and the severity of disease, which will aid in the epidemiological investigations. So let's now study about a dental index. Dental indices provide a quantitative method for measuring, scoring and analyzing a dental condition. This is important. You are going to measure it, score it, and you can analyze a dental condition in the individual or at group level. So an index describes the status of individual or group with respect to the condition being measured and facilitating the comparison among population which are examined by the same criteria and the method. For example, we want to find out the prevalence of dental caries between two different groups. So actually when we are comparing them with the same criteria and method with standard rules, and we are classification of dental index based on the direction in which their score can fluctuate. Irreversible index, reversible index. So irreversible index are those which measures conditions that will not change, like dental caries. One caries has occurred, decade has been there, RCT or any tooth preparation or anything has been occurred on that tooth, so that will not be reversed. So that is irreversible. Then comes the reversible index. Measure the condition that will be reversed, like periodontal index, gingival index. Another classification is depending upon the extent to which the areas of oral cavity are measured. Either it could be full mouth indices or a simplified indices. So what are full mouth indices? The patient entire mouth or dentition is measured, that is OHIS, right? Why? Because we are considering the greatest amount of debris of calculus where will be present, we are going to take that too. Or there are also index like periodontal index, you are going to take the entire dentition. But whenever you're talking about the simplified one, it measures only a representative sample of the dental apparatus, that is OHIS. Or plug index, the selective index teeth are only evaluated in that case, so it is simplified. Now general index, that is simple index. Index that measure the presence or absence of a condition, whether plug is present or plug is absent. This index only tells about that. So that is a simple index. When you talk about the cumulative index, cumulative actually means addition of 2 to 3, so many things, right? So index that measure all the evidence of a condition, like DMF. It is also tells about the past. It tells also about the present, like present is the tooth is filled, that is telling about the present. Now it tells about the past that it has been missing tooth, it has been gracefully carious, and therefore the tooth is root stumps are present, that the tooth might have got traumatized, or the tooth might have RCT done. So you can got to know so many conditions of the present and past. Now, according to the entity which they measure, disease index, symptom index, treatment index. Now, disease index. The decay portion of the DMF index is the best example of disease index, right? So, if it is DMF index, you can tell about the decay portion, that is a disease. What is a symptom? Bleeding is just a symptom, whether it's a periodontal disease, whether it's a gingivitis. So you can only tell by the certain signs. So these are just the symptoms. Measuring the gingival or the circular bleeding are a simple example of the symptom index, right? And then there is treatment index. A full portion of the DMF index is the best example of the treatment, that you have given a treatment to a decayed tooth, that is filled portion.